day. Good day to everybody. Thanks for watching. This could be very embarrassing, but I thought I'd make a little video of what it's really like to delve deep into this van building malarkey. Because so a couple of firsts happened actually. I've put the dog's old bed cover on the roof lining. I know that sounds a bit gross, but actually he barely used it. I gave it a good clean, and I'd used contact adhesive, which is it's no nonsense contact adhesive spray from Wick Screwfix. It's pretty cheap, about like £3.49 or something. And I haven't been using thermal foam. I realised I've been using expanding foam, but they do make a thermal foam, these guys. Yeah. So that was one first. The other first that's going to happen today is that I'm going to drill a hole in my van for the first time. And I've got these. The reason I'm doing that is because this moulding that came with the van has all the other. I'm going to put those on as well. But since that took, there was about a 25mm gap in some areas up here, and I got a bit ambitious and put a 50mm earth wall pack in there. Thought I'd compress it, which I'm not supposed to do, because it stops being having its thermal properties, according to Greg Verges, who's done a really good explanation on insulation. I think at Camp Quirky. I've dropped the link in the description. It's quite a really good, and in fact, a lot of my processes have come from Greg Verges, because he's quite a knowledgeable guy. I think he works in HAVC, whatever you call it, the heating industry and that sort of thing. So he knows his stuff, and he's built a really nice printer as well. And I believe he's just got 2 Max fans, which tells you something. So yeah, in the end it's taken me a couple of days to do this, because it won't take 50mm of earth wall, obviously, in a lot of areas. And I pulled it all out and I stuffed it with some earth wall and cello and the reflective stuff, so it's quite all over the place. But having done that, it's still a bit hard to get in there. I mean, it will fit, but it's leaving the edges bowed and that kind of thing. And maybe I'm going to leave that until I get that panel in. Actually, that's what I might do. Because my idea was there are several pins that go back up here, which are those kind of trim. Don't know what you call them. They come in various sort of shapes and designs, but in essence they're just designed to go in and grab everything, and you're not really supposed to take them out and reuse them. But if you do it sort of more carefully enough, you can. And well, I have been, and they're probably not as good as they would be when they're new, which is probably why these won't fucking stay in now. But in any case, it's a bit more of a strain than it was. I've been using these things, which are really great. You pick them up quite cheap, and when you get the hang of it, you can take these things out without snapping them or damaging them too much, so they are quite usable. I mean, I've used all the ones that I've taken out so far, bar 1 or 2 which broke on the learning curve. But yeah, there's a bit of a learning curve with those, and depending on what you're taking out, they each sort of behave differently with the pulls and whatnot. And these little grabby things can sort of close them up temporarily, so they pass by the whatever they're grabbing onto, usually a hole about that size. But yeah, handy things. I think I got them from a bike shop or something. I'm not sure. No, it was a car thing about getting the trim out. So, but yeah, they work pretty good once you get the hang of it. So I got the smallest low profile pan head self drill screws. from Easy Drive. Haven't seen them yet, but they were, I think, God, how many mils? I think, yeah, 16 mil. So I'm only going for it, you know, about 5 mil. But these are the smallest things they did, and I wanted. So these pan heads, they're a bit grabby. Oh, they are fucking small. Look at that. They're so tiny. I forget how small 16 mil is. I can't believe that. I hope that's enough to do the job, actually, in fact. Oh, that's dead tiny. That'd be good to hold on, like, just the panels. The panels are only like a mil thick or something. But a lot of them already have their places to go and whatnot, so... Wow, that's small. I think it'll only cost a few quid, because these can get pricey. Alright, well that's really small. 16 mil, huh? Well, so much of the tip isn't actually the drive, you know, the thread. So it's actually more like 8 mil, you know. Anyway, that's really boring. So that was that. The screws. And what else did I get? Oh, drill pieces, a little drill set. Because it helps if you drill like a pilot hole in these, in the self-tapping screws. A lot of people, I mean, different opinions on that, I think. But that's what I've been told by my dude who refurbishes stuff. And now I really can't find the drill pieces. So, which is really good. I tried to get everything together, but I think I must have picked them up or something. So, yeah, but it's just a small set of drill pieces. Anyway, so that's the idea. And what I realised is I'm going to have to mark the areas where there isn't holes, because there are a few other holes here. Some for the original bracketing and stuff, and you know, bits like that. So I'm just going to mark a few areas where I might put a couple of screws in, and leave the rest. I might even go contact adhesive on the lock, which will probably help. So let me get a place for contact adhesive. It's a bit of a bridge in here type thing, you know, a bit of a dip in the trim. Not sure how useful that's going to be, but it is designed to go up right up against this. Well, not right up against there. But some of the, obviously the roof panels fit into that. And it was all quite a really snug fit. So now I'm worried, if I nail this up here, am I going to get this panel that's supposed to sort of, you know, fit right in here? So I'm going to get that panel out and put that in first. So that's what I'm going to do, rather than do that screwing thing, which is what this video was about. But then I'll show you what else. That's the headlining, because I thought it was a bit boring, the beige thing and whatnot. And so yeah, so I use that adhesive to do that. I don't know whether I've made a mistake there, but there you go. I think it might need to come down and be cleaned once in a while. So yeah, but anyway, that was the van's first feature. And today at some point it'll be the van's first whole deliberate, you know, extra, another orifice, if you like. That's a bad word. But yeah. And that's it. I've got to put the insulation on the roof yet. Oops, camera's wobbly. And the Reflectix. But everything else is, well, and of course I've got to do all the doors. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain. But otherwise, yeah, here that's where we are. The wiring, and we'll leave all the wiring in because it's enough there already, I think. Might need a few extra bits later on, but that'll come later. I'm not going to worry about that now. Yeah, we've got plenty of wires already for the lighting and whatever, some power outputs. But there you go. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Try to